Hello, you lovely, beautiful people in YouTube. I know I did a short bullet comparison video a long time ago. It was only like 5 seconds long. I'm gonna do another one, try to add more bullets into it. This right here is a 17 HMR, and that number, obviously, the higher the number, and when it's rifle round, the bigger the round is. The higher the number in shotguns, the smaller the round is. Like there's 10 gauge and 12, 16, 20. Each of those is 20 is smaller than the 12 gauge. It's just the way it is. But with rifles, the opposite is true. So this right here is a 22 long rifle. Let me switch hands. And that's a 22 long rifle. Not that big. Kind of a, yeah, not that big at all. This here is a 17 HMR. You see, it's as for size comparison, it's much. So I'm sorry, my hands don't work right. Size comparison, the 17 is bigger than the 22. Now, this part of the bullet right here, the diameter going around it, that part is bigger than the 22, but the part that goes down range is not. See, this one has a lot less powder in it, but the round itself is a little bit bigger. And also, when you're looking at bullets like the 22, 17, that's the caliber. So you can, like it's a 22 caliber or 17 caliber. Jumping up a little bit with another rifle round, it's a 5.56 or 223. This is a 22. This is with the AR-15, M16, stuff like that shoots. This is a 22 caliber, but it has a lot more powder behind it, and that little neck right there, the neck spacing, that kind of a bottleneck, all that pressure in there from the explosion when you fire the gun, the firing pin hits that right there, which ignites the firing pin, creates a little explosion, which ignites all the powder in here, which propels the bullet out. And that little neck right there is also that to generate more pressure so the bullet can go faster. 22 is a very small anemic round. I mean, in most places, you're not even allowed to hunt deer with this because it'd be an inhumane and unethical way of hunting deer because it's really not, doesn't have the umph or the ass behind it to take a deer down. I mean, you can do it if you place the shot right, but it's really not recommended for it. Now, if you're going to go into hunting deer, you want to start with most people place to start with like a 30 cal, 30 30.6, 7.62 by 54R, which this is about the same size, 30 This is what those rounds look like compared to our little baby 223 round. See the difference? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want to get hit by either of them, but this one, the 22, this one's going to do a lot more damage. I tell people, this one is for when the bad guy's hiding behind the refrigerator at the neighbor's house. This one will drop. You can take this round. The Mosin Nagant is the only gun. This is what this comes out of. There's a couple of guns that shoot this round. It's the only round on record that has taken down every single big game animal on the planet: elephants, hippos, lions, tigers, rhinoceros, including a whale. I was reading about it. I guess these people, they should put 5 rounds behind the blowhole of the whale, and this took down a whale. So this is a serious round. The 22, I'm sorry, 223, 5.56, not so much. Will it do damage? Yeah, yeah. That's why the military uses it, but they're stronger out there. 7.62 is 30 cal, and that's with a AK-47, SKS, and a lot of overseas people use. But this the 223 is just that more accurate. That's semantics, but it is what it is. It is heavier. The trying to carry all that 7.62 by 39 rounds, that can get pretty heavy. When it comes to pistol rounds, can start. I used to have a lot more, but I don't have that much anymore. 9mm. Remember, Biden said this is all the 9mm, tiny little thing. Remember, Biden said this will blow the lungs out of the back of somebody. This will blow the lungs out of someone. Excuse me. Sorry. This will not even blow the lungs out of nobody. It just goes to say politicians or particularly people that know nothing about guns or don't know what they're talking about, they shouldn't talk about it. Because either A, he has no idea what he's talking about, which means he shouldn't be talking about it, or two, he's lying, which means, again, he shouldn't be talking about it. So either way, he shouldn't be talking about something that he obviously knows nothing about. Stepping up from 9mm, we can come to the 38 Special. A little bit bigger. This round is the same size as a 357 Magnum. Now, a 357 Magnum is going to be a lot longer. It's going to have a lot more power and powder behind it. You can take this round and put it inside of a 357 and shoot it, and it'll be fine. But if you put it in a 357, if you take a 357 and you put it in a gun designed for this round, the gun's probably going to blow up in your hand, and you don't want that. But back to hunting. All right. In a lot of states, what they're doing is they're getting away from allowing you to hunt with a round like this, only because that step down, that they call it a neck cartridge or bottleneck, because round like this, the bullet can fly forever, can fly really far. So they don't want people putting those. To increase safety, they wanted you have a straight walled cartridge, which is what this is. 450 Bushmaster, and you can see it's straight walled all the way up. It's a fat, thick carpet, and it's a lot of powder. This I plan hunting deer, hunting bear. You can hunt a buffalo with this. That's a big boy. Another thing I want to hunt with is also 50 cal. I have a muzzle loader, and that just uses these big old rounds. Drop the powder charge down in the top of it. Take one of these, put it in the end of the gun, just tamp it down, open the back of it, put a firing pin in, and you can fire it. These are big boys also. But when it comes to shotguns, you have high brass, low brass, magnum rounds. If you look right here, this right here, that's low brass. And I'm going to show you the difference in a minute there. This is just bird shot. Number 8. I mean, you're going to hit birds, maybe rabbits. That's about it. With bird shot, bird shot's not going to damage a person, really. I mean, if you were standing right next to them and you point blank, yeah, it's probably going to kill them. But if they're like 20 feet away or something and you shoot them with a bird shot, is it going to kill them? Probably not. Is it going to hurt them? Yeah, they're going to be mad. But that's why you have buckshot. Now, if you look at the difference, also, see the right there, that little teeny bit of silver, that's called low brass. And this right here, this big thing, that's high brass. Because typically what it is, what they're doing is this is what holds all the powder. And then there's wadding, stuff like up in here, and the very tip of it is the pellets, which I'll be able to show you that in a second here. But again, when it comes to hunting, we are not allowed to hunt with buckshot where I live because they want it to be a single projectile, and buckshot is multiple projectiles. Which brings us to slug. That big old hunk of metal there, high brass, and slug, that we can hunt with. That will, it'll put a hole in a deer. But even that, it's not going to blow the lungs out of your body. And I have these shorty rounds. Honestly, that makes one look like it's high brass and low brass. But when I actually get one that is low brass, you can see there's a lot less. It's a lot shorter. I guess I should put it over there, but that's not low brass. It's just less powder because typically the powder is what's all up in here. And again, that's a slug. And you can see down if I can get up there. I can't really get it down there correctly. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's a 1 ounce slug. That's when you fire it, you're gonna feel that at both ends of the gun. This is a buckshot 9 pellet double aught buck. It's a high brass round, but because all buckshot slugs are going to be high brass, the only thing that's going to be low brass is birdshot. But you can see, so all the powder is right there. There's the wadding right there. You can see that big, it's like a piece of plastic, which just kind of holds the rounds. When you fire, all of that just comes flying out, and all those pellets. Big. So that's just the rounds I have to show y'all right now. If I misquoted or misspoke on anything and you know more, please put it in the comments. I read all my comments, and I would I if I'm wrong, I am not too shy to admit when I was wrong. So thank you. If you learned anything, please like, subscribe, share, and hey, if you have anything to add or if I said anything wrong, please put it in the comments. You guys have a lovely day.